Hey y'all, back again with another video. This is the second video for the day actually. This video is going to be a comparison video of two dupes for I don't know the name of the real shoe. It's a Versace shoe. So I'm just gonna have to like insert a picture of the shoe so that y'all know what I'm talking about. But once I get into the dupes, y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. But anyway, it's a comparison video for two dupes that I bought for the real shoe. Now the first one is gonna be from Steve Madden, and the second one is actually gonna be from Amazon. Y'all see this box? I don't know if it's the sellers. Like, I'm not gonna blame Amazon for this, but what is this? I cannot store my shoes in this. But anyway, let's get into it. Okay, so first, before I get into it, a backstory is I was scrolling on Instagram one day and I saw Mother B and these beautiful shoes. It was like a double platform Mary Jane shoe. She had on a very simple outfit. It was like a regular black dress. I gotta put a picture in, but it was like a regular black dress, cute little purse, and these pink double platform Mary Janes. I said, oh my gosh, I need these shoes. Now of course it's Beyonce, so I know anything Beyonce wears it's not gonna be cheap. So I was like, whatever shoes she got on, I need to find something similar to it, right? So I was searching, was on Steve Madden website. I was like, oh, Steve Madden already got a dupe for these. So at the time that I saw them, I didn't order them yet, because at the time they were like, this was maybe like fall, and it was like at the end of fall going into November. So the website was like, these shoes don't ship to January 28th. And I'm like, I'm not about to pay for some shoes and then wait a couple of months to get them. So I never end up getting the shoes. But when I got them, they actually shipped before the 28th. Now, just for reference, I wear a size 8, right? But whenever I buy heels or whenever I buy sandals, I always go a whole size up. I know that sounds crazy, like, well, maybe you don't really know your real shoe size. Like, no. In sneakers, I wear a size 8, and depending on like who makes it, like my Converse Run Star Hikes, I got those in a 7.5 because they run big. But I normally wear a size 8. But when I wear heels, or if I have like sandals, I will always get a size 9, because I'm one of those people, I don't like either like my feet hanging off or my heel hanging off or anything like that. And especially in Steve Madden shoes, I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but with Steve Madden shoes, they run super small. So if I get an 8, it'll fit like a 7. So I'm like, I always get a whole size up. So these are the shoes. When I first got these shoes, I was like, these shoes are massive, like huge, right? This is how it looks from this view. This is the heel. Right. So y'all can look at the color. Now, when I first got these shoes, if you see the original Versace shoes, these are definitely different. First of all, the heel is thicker. This thick heel, the Versace ones, they're like half of that probably. And it's actually more like of a square toe in the front. Like from the front, these look square toe, but from this angle, they kind of don't. So I was like, I don't really know if these is gonna look how I want them to look, because they don't really look exactly like the shoe. Plus the Versace ones has like the little rhinestones around it and like the Versace emblem. So I'm like, these don't really look exactly like the shoe, but they look close enough because of the double heel. And I understand, like, when you're doing dupes and stuff, you can't make it look exactly like the original shoe, because you're gonna run into some type of legal issues, I guess. So I'm like, I definitely understand that part of it. But when I tried this shoe on, I liked it. Even though it's not exactly like the shoe that I wanted, I liked it because I'm like, I like the color. It looks cute on my foot. The heel, the only thing is the heel is thicker. Like, I don't like how thick the heel is. I feel like the thick heel, like on the Amazon shoe, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I didn't like how thick the heel was because I'm like, that kind of looked a little childish, but you know, whatever. But I'm like, these are some big shoes. But I always do that to myself. Whenever I get some platform shoes, I always open the box. Like, I don't have a super small foot. I feel like I have an average size foot. And then when I size up or in certain shoes, it's going to look big. Like, I personally don't care about that stuff. I'm like, I don't care if it looks big as long as I'm comfortable in the shoe. But yeah. The size of this heel, I looked on the website, is 5 inches. It doesn't look like 5 inches to me. It doesn't look like 5 inches to me, and maybe because it's so damn thick, but it's a 5-inch heel. I tried this shoe on. It fits comfortable. I'm actually glad that I got a size 9 because it fits perfectly. And yeah, look at this part. Like, just so big. Now let's get to the Amazon shoe, right? Let's get to the Amazon shoe. And I'm not doing that because I have anything bad to say. I just want to give y'all a little bit of a backstory. So when I order stuff online, I always go to YouTube to look for reviews. Does anybody have this? What can you tell me about it? What's the review? How does it look on your foot? Blah, 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 right? So I didn't find anybody doing any reviews on the Steve Madden ones because, like I said, they were saying on the website it would take until January 28th to ship, which was just a couple of days ago. So I'm like, unless you have access to it early, nobody would have this shoe yet to review it. So I was like, okay, maybe that's why I can't find anything on the Steve Madden one. But I did find this girl's YouTube channel. She did a dupe, and she said she got hers from Amazon. So I watched her video. I was like, okay, those look cute or whatever. So I watched the video. She put the link in the description, and I went ahead on the website and got them. And the ones from Amazon are actually like half the less. I would say it's like half or less than half the price of what the Steve Madden ones were. These were way cheaper, and these look more like the Versace ones than the Steve Madden ones. So when I saw that, I had already bought the Steve Madden one, so I'm like, damn, it's too late, right? So I was like, I wish I just would have went to Amazon first and got them because they were like way cheaper. The only thing is that had me nervous about these shoes when I ordered these, because I wanted a red pair anyway. I was like, after I got a pink pair, I wanted a red pair. So the only thing that had me nervous is I was planning a Valentine's Day look, right? And I was like, I want to wear all red. I want to wear like a red pantsuit and these heels. When you go to the website, and you know, if you got Amazon, especially if you got Amazon Prime, normally, you know, like most of the time you don't pay for shipping, especially if you have a Prime membership. But because this was being shipped from a third party, the shipping was like $11.99. So it's like, okay, whatever, right? But then when you order the shoe, and I'm gonna be honest, before you order the shoe, it tells you, excuse me, before you order the shoe, it tells you this shoe is going to be shipped or delivered between this date and this date. Now, the earliest date it had up there was February 9th. I said, okay, if it comes by February 9th, I'm good because that's before Valentine's Day. The latest shipping date was like March 3rd. I said, oh no. I said, what have I done? So I'm like sitting here thinking like, oh my gosh, when am I going to get my shoes? When am I going to get my shoes? And because it was shipping, I think it was shipped from like overseas. Honestly, I think it was shipped from overseas because it had to go through customs and all that other stuff. So when you look at the tracking information on the Amazon website, it really wasn't telling you anything. So it's just like, I don't know where my stuff is. I don't know if it's closed. I don't know anything, right? So I ordered these shoes like earlier this month. I opened it, like something just tells me like, check the door, right? I checked the door, a box is sitting outside. I said, okay, what is this? Because I had ordered something else, like a magic eraser. So I was like, okay, what is this? It was just like wrapped in a little, is it a bag? I don't know if it was a bag or if they just wrapped it in some green paper and put a shipping label up there. Either way, it was like, what the, y'all, really? And it was just sitting outside the door. So I already had snatched it up. I start opening it. I said, oh, these are my shoes. This is the box, y'all. I'm glad it got, I'm glad it got to me early. Like, and I didn't have to wait because I was a little nervous. Like, I'm not going to get these shoes before Valentine's Day. So I was a little nervous, but the way that whole shipping thing went with Amazon and the third party, it was like you really didn't know where your stuff was. And if I wouldn't have checked the door when I did, I wouldn't even have known my shoes were outside. Because I think if I checked the tracking today, it just still doesn't show delivered or anything. So I'm like, this is the box, y'all. This crap is crazy. I'm like, this is the box. I can't put this in the closet. What is this? But whatever. Let's get to the shoe. So it did come like packaged. It came in like little dust things, like, let me see, kind of like the Steve Madden ones. These are the red ones. These are the red ones, right? I feel like these look closer to the original ones because of the heel. It is more square-toed in the front. Like once I try them on, I love the color. These are so beautiful. The color, I love red. I love red. Smells a little weird. So yeah, I love this color. The only discrepancy I had with this shoe is this part, which is the strap. Now, when you go to Amazon, right? Like, you know how the Versace ones, whatever color the shoe is what color the rhinestones on the strap are. So if you're getting a red shoe, it's red rhinestones. Yellow is yellow rhinestones, right? So Amazon, from the seller that I bought it from, the first couple of pictures have this same exact shoe with, has the same exact shoe with red rhinestones. Perfect, right? Tell me why when I got the shoe, I said, what the, I said, y'all, no. But then when after it got delivered, I had got up there and I went through the pictures. The very last picture shows this. I said, this needs to be your first picture, because I'm like, y'all got people thinking that when they're ordering it, it's going to have the same color rhinestones, and then when they get it, it has clear. I'm like, no. I'm like, this is the only issue I have with this shoe, bro. The only issue I have with this shoe. And I was like, maybe I could try to take them off and try to get some red rhinestones. I don't know. I mean, I could work with it. It's not that bad, but I feel like with the clear rhinestones up here, I feel like it kind of cheapens it a little bit. I feel like it would have looked better with the red rhinestones up there. But I'm still going to wear the shoes anyway. But I'm just saying, this is the only issue I had. And I feel like, I don't know if I just missed that picture the first time or what. But I don't know if I just missed it the first time or what. But yeah. Now let's get to the comparison. So the comparison of these, you can clearly see the difference. This one is like a little bit, this one you can see is like a little bit slimmer. It's still a platform, but it's slimmer. This heel is on the website or on Amazon. It says 5.51 inches. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. But you can clearly see this one is super thick and this one is thinner. I like this one because it's thinner. Don't nobody want a big clunky heel. But like I said, I still like them, but I don't like the heel on this. So you can clearly see the difference in that. The Steve Madden one, it doesn't have any rhinestones on it at all. It's just blank. This is what the inside is, just blank. You can tell. Like, yeah, you can tell the difference there. This one is thicker all the way around, from the double platform to the heel. This one is thinner all the way around, from the heel to the double platform. You can clearly see the difference. From this view, this one has a more rounded toe than this one does. They're both said to be satin. Like I said, I do like this one more because it's more of a sleeker platform than this one is. I feel like this one is just like chunky, chunky, chunky. And it's a time and a place for this, but I'm like, it's super chunky to me. This one is thinner, it's sleeker. Like I said, the only discrepancy I had with the shoe was the strap, but I'm still gonna wear it. But I just didn't like how they put that as the last picture or whatever. If y'all could see that. Like, they don't look like bad rhinestones, but I'm just saying. Anyway, I actually do recommend getting the Amazon shoe because, like I said, it's a fraction of the price of the Steve Madden ones. Like, they said it's going to take a minute to ship. Like, it's the end of January. So if you're trying to order now for Valentine's Day, I probably wouldn't recommend it because you might not get it in time. But if you're just trying to order just for whatever, is no special occasion, I would definitely recommend ordering these because, like I said, they don't cost that much. Like, these shoes were super cheap compared to the Steve Madden ones. And it looks more like the original Versace shoe than the Steve Madden one does. I feel like they got this one as close as they could make it to the original. So, like I said, I do recommend this one. I do want to do an all red look for Valentine's Day. It kind of got thrown out the window because I'm like, I saw this blazer on Shein. It was like red, like, you know, faux satin with like little roses on it. But I was like, I need a pant to wear with that. So I'm like, I gotta wait for that to get here. And I'm like, maybe you could wear it with some red. I was like, I don't know. But the look I was going for, I might just have to end up wearing black and red, like a black shirt underneath, some black pants, and these. And I was looking for like a heart-shaped purse or lip-shaped purse just to wear with it. But I'm like, I don't really want to wear black and red, but I wanted to wear all red with maybe like a white shirt underneath or a black shirt underneath, but I wanted to wear all red. And that plan is going out the window, but I really do like these shoes. These, even though these don't really look that close to the original, besides the only thing that's similar is the double platform. Other than that, these shoes don't really look like the original ones, but I still do recommend them because, like I said, when I tried them, I was like, okay, these are cute. But anyway, that concludes the review portion of the video. Now I'm just gonna do like a quick try on so you can see how it looks on my feet. Now keep in mind, I have kinkles and I got a little bit of a fat foot, but we're not worried about that. Also, another thing I think y'all should know, with the Steve Madden ones, because I sized up, they're fine. I don't really, like, I walked around the house with them. I don't really feel any pressure on my foot. With this one, this part kind of like might rub into your foot a little bit, so you might want to keep that in mind. And also, I got a size 9 in these two. Now with the Steve Madden ones, they fit fine. With these, they're a little big because I have space in the back. So it's like my foot is sliding to the front because I still have space back here. So I'm like, I wish they had half sizes because I feel like an 8.5 probably would have fit better without it being too big. I feel like the 9 is kind of big, but I feel like I would rather a shoe be too big than to be too small, honestly, because I'm like, now that I'm at a certain age, I don't like being uncomfortable. I don't like stuff hurting. I don't like wearing anything that's uncomfortable. So I'm like, I would rather size up than size down. So whatever, let's get into the try on.